Hi everyone, Maddie here. Just some really quick housekeeping things to let you know about my member recipes and tutorials in the next month or two. First of all, in the late spring around May, I completely overhauled my website and I've moved to a new platform, and that has allowed me to add my membership program onto my website as well. It's still all the same recipes and tutorials you see here on YouTube, but it is much more organized. Everything is really beautiful. I think much more easy to find. The archive, all of that is just so clear. So just letting you know, I am keeping up my membership here on YouTube, but everything is also over on my website. So if you are ever frustrated by the organization of the membership program here on YouTube, you may want to consider canceling here and then moving over to my website. You don't have to, but you might want to. The next super important thing is that this month I am double releasing my content. Around the holidays last year, I realized that releasing content for that month during the month wasn't leaving my members enough time to really thoughtfully consider a recipe if they wanted to make it or not, and then turn around and make it for a specific holiday. A lot of recipes that are more general or could be made any time of the year, that's not quite as important. But for things like bûche à Noël that is specifically for Christmas, or something you might want to make for Thanksgiving, for Valentine's Day, those are things that I really want members to have more time to consider making. So instead of releasing that month's recipes throughout the month and then the full magazine at the end of the month, I really wanted to switch to releasing all of the recipes throughout the month prior, and then at the beginning of the month releasing the full magazine, the full ebook that is available to my ultimate patissiers. I have been thinking long and hard this past year about the best way to go about this, and I think the best thing is to just push through and double release one month to make this change happen. I had thought about doing it last spring, but I was traveling abroad, and then over the summer I was playing catch up with filming and editing content, and I just had a really busy social summer. And now we're about to approach the winter holidays again, and I really want all of my members to have holiday specific recipes early. So for October, instead of releasing, as I have been for members, about 2 recipes a week, I usually do alternating weeks for macaron tutorials, and then on the opposite alternating weeks, I do my non-macaron pastry tutorials, and then earlier or later in the week, I release the other bonus recipes for my ultimate patissiers. This month, instead of that schedule, I will be releasing pastry recipes and macaron recipes and bonus recipes every single week of the month. So the first 2 weeks are going to be the October content, and then the second 2 weeks of October are going to be the November content. So this month, if you have been considering joining my pastry membership, this is the time to do it. This is a great month. Double the content, double the recipes, double everything. So yeah, it's gonna be really busy. I had hoped to be working ahead, but I'm just one person. I've been trying to have more balance. I've been trying to do other things besides just working. So I'm kind of in the thick of it as this is all being released. So I am hopeful that this schedule will work out. I might push this double release into November, but it might not fully be exactly releasing at the beginning of the month instead of the end of the month for another month or two. There might be a little bit of a lag, maybe 1 week pushing into November, something like that. So that is happening. You're going to see a ton of member content in the next 4 weeks. One more thing that I have been talking with my ultimate patissiers about a little bit over the course of the last couple of months, and I did put into my September magazine, so if you've checked that out already, you already know some of this information. But for the bonus recipes, which are the recipes in my full magazine versions for ultimate patissiers, In those magazines, I am adding bonus recipes that do not come with a video tutorial because in my mind, they're often recipes that are either a bit simpler or they're things that I think are easy enough to understand just with words and pictures. And without the video tutorial, it's easier for me to provide more content because the videos take quite a bit of time just to edit, voiceover, edit again, add music, upload. All of that takes me quite a lot of time. So without adding the videos, that allows me to give you more bonus recipes. Speaking of more bonus recipes, I had been for about the last year now giving out one drink recipe, one simple treat recipe, and then one like sourdough discard recipe every single month. And I've been so happy and enjoying that process so much. But now that we have a lot of those recipes in the archive, I want to start to branch out. So starting last month and continuing, you'll see this more and more. I am going to be adding in recipes that are either sweet buns or sweet breads, things like that. I'm also going to be adding in more recipes that use up egg yolks, especially for people who are making a lot of macarons, making a lot of meringues in their kitchen. And I'm also going to be adding a few like meal prep recipes. I get a lot of questions about that as a baker. What am I eating? It's not sweet stuff. And then in, I hope December, but we will see, I am also planning to add a new series of bonus recipes on top of what I already have that is specific to tea time, that are going to be a variety of different little sweet and savory bites that would be perfect for any kind of tea time or cafe gourmand or something like that. So a lot of updates here and things to keep your eye out as far as member content goes. If you have any questions, as always, you can leave me a comment down below. You can private message me on Instagram at Maddie Brame. You can use the contact form on my website or email me directly at maddiebrame@gmail.com. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm really looking forward to sharing all of this month's and next month's recipes this month for you. So stay tuned. There's a lot of delicious content coming your way, and I will check back in with you guys soon. Hopefully once all of this chaos blows over, we can check in again and maybe do some more followers' choice macarons or followers' choice pastries, things like that. So stay tuned. We'll push through this season, push through the holiday season, and then yeah, we'll see where things go. All right, thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.